Hi Cancer, thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you for all that you do to support my channel. Thanks for being one of the most interactive signs on my channel recently. As always, like, comment, subscribe, telling me that you want more Cancer readings. The signs with the most activity and engagement gets bonus readings and gets their readings priority. I have a bunch of bonus readings for you and they're all in your playlist. If you're interested, I have quite a few Cancer videos now. So what I automatically have been hearing before I even shuffled is part of the journey. Any more messages for Cancer, please? What do you want Cancer to know, Spirit? Thank you for your messages. What do you want Cancer to know? What key messages does Cancer need to know? Okay. What key messages does Cancer need to know, please? Thank you. So under the deck, conclusions are within reach. So under the deck, conclusions are within reach, and they want me, there's many messages here, but let me just get into it for you. So the end of a tough cycle approaches, a new start is coming. So with these cards here, Cancer, I really feel like you've been put through the ringer in the last months to 2 to 3 years, I just heard. It's been a very tough cycle for you emotionally, physically, and financially. And it wore you down pretty much to nothing. Crumbled. I just saw like a house crumbling down, like after an earthquake. It crumbled you down to nothing, but that was what it was supposed to do. It's all part of your path. Surrender to the divine. That life was not for you anymore, so it was literally burned to the ground. A new start is coming. And somebody here, I feel really emotional when I'm holding these cards. Somebody here is just down and out and they just feel like, when is this going to end? When are things going to get better? When am I going to be able to pay my bills? When are things going to take off? And this is really telling me that this cycle is ending for you. A new start is coming. And look at how beautiful it is with all the stars and galaxy and possibility I just heard. So whatever this is, it's concluded now with this card together. And then we have don't let pride get in the way and communication is key. So with this, I'm seeing multiple things. I'm seeing it in the form of housing or finances. If you need help from someone, communicate with them, try and work as a team with somebody. Don't be prideful this time and don't just expect people to read your mind. You need to communicate like, hey, this is happening. Could you help me? Or this is doing that. What's going on? It just seems like, I just see like a trickle of a stream. It's like if something bad happens to you or your loved one, the stress just builds and people implode. It's just a lot for everyone. And so you can't be prideful and you can't be secretive. You have to communicate and you have to kind of wear your heart on your sleeve and work together. I feel like a lot of people are doing that today. Like a lot of people are getting roommates. A lot of people are having different living situations, working multiple jobs and stuff. And with all this tension and demand on us in society, everyone's just under so much stress that it's so easy to explode. It's so easy to misunderstand someone. So just stay grounded and communicate with people. And I also hear when I touch this, humble yourself. So I think I got this message in one of your readings before, but some of you might be used to doing the same kind of work or the same kind of shift or the same kind of routine. And with this old life crumbling apart and falling apart, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to take on a second job, something totally different, or to, a friend asks that they need their house painted or they need bricks done or something, and you don't normally do that. but you do it, and then it just connects to multiple things, that multiple offers that you have. Like, I feel like there's a lot of possibilities right now, and you don't want to miss any of them by being too prideful or just sticking to the way that you used to be, sticking to the way that you used to do things, because that whole way is crumbled down. It no longer exists, is what I hear. And then it says, take time to breathe out and surrender to the divine. Again, what we see here is huge changes happened. Massive things happened. It was a lot. You had to breathe. You had to rest. You had to recover. And a lot of you don't know why. You still don't understand what happened. Like, it was just that overwhelming, but you've just kind of surrendered to it. And you've just come to the point of just being like, okay, this is done. I'm surrendering to it and I'm on my new path. And I feel like you can feel it. Like, I feel like you're different. You know, it's a new start. You know that you're different. You know that you're not going to make the same mistakes. You know that this changed you in a lot of ways. And you know that you're on a new start. You know that you're on a new start, whether you actually changed jobs or moved or a new relationship, or you just feel different inside. Your routine's different. You're waking up earlier, you're exercising more. I just saw like a vitamin bottle. So someone could be like taking supplements, like taking care of their health just after a really like stressful time. And the signs that you could have in your chart or you could be dealing with is Leo, Gemini, Capricorn, and that's it. So any more messages for Cancer, please? What do you want Cancer to know? What do you want Cancer to know, please, Spirit? What do you want Cancer to know? What do you want Cancer to know? Okay. So under the deck, we have wedding. So for some of you, this huge thing that happened to you could have been a divorce, because we have separation, wedding, forgiving, and learning. So you could have gotten divorced. You could have had to move because of this, or move out or something like that. And it was very traumatic and very upsetting for you. It could have been an actual marriage, or it could have just been a long-term partnership or a long-term place of living somewhere, or something. Like, I'm just hearing like 25 years, 15 years, 5 years. So it's something very like that was very much your routine, and you're now separated from it, but you're learning to forgive yourself and learn from this. And then again, we have stay optimistic about your love life, but I'm not even seeing it as love life. I'm just seeing it as stay optimistic about your life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, it says, but I just think it'll bring you money and stuff as well. Some of you, like I said, your living situation could have changed. Your job situation could have changed. So you're meeting new people. You're getting to know people. You might have chemistry, or you might just feel more connected to some people than you normally did. Bonds could have been strengthened through all the turmoil, is what I just heard. And what I get with this as well is, I think I said this in another reading for you, but whoever you meet in your life, always have a positive interaction with them as much as you can, because you never know. You can meet someone, or someone you could have met 5 years ago could bring some kind of opportunity to you now. Like, everything's connected. So you just want to have good chemistry with everyone as much as you can. And then you have pay attention to the red flags and retreat. With these two cards together, this is really standing out, that either you, your person, someone you're dealing with could have a lot of red flags. They could have different like mental health concerns or addictions, or just ways of being, negative patterns. Or this literally could be you, and you only notice the red flags in yourself now through all this, and you're retreating from it. So you're disconnecting from the old you, you're disconnecting from the old red flags. And I feel like through all this change and turmoil, you already have been, or you will be tested often. So you'll be given something, and then something will be taken away, or a stress will come up in your life that you didn't expect, and it kind of, you want to go back to the old ways of you being. You want to go back to the things you used to do to cope, but then you remember, wait, look at how different I'm in my new life now. I feel so much better. My life is so much better as it is. Like, I'm not going back to that. And you really have the strength to just let it go and walk away from the red flags forever, is what I really feel. And for some of you, it could be addiction. It could just be a way of being. It could just be your own mind stopping you or sabotaging you. It's a pattern that you've done for so long, though. But the only reason you can let it go now is because everything's crumbled down. And with that, everything good's crumbled down, but everything bad's crumbled down too. So it's no longer even attached or associated to you. So you can just leave it behind. Things aren't connected to you in the same way. It really is a new beginning, and there's endless possibilities, is what I just heard. Any more messages for Cancer, please? What do you want? What key messages do you want Cancer to know, please? What key messages do you want Cancer to know? Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your messages. Okay. So this was you in the last couple months to last couple years. You were bound to something. You were stuck in something. But the biggest thing is these blindfolds here. So you didn't want to see the truth. You didn't want to accept all these things around you that were hurting you, that this way of living, this way of being, how toxic it was for you, how much it was affecting your life. You just wanted to stay stuck, because this card, she's attached. She's enwrapped with all this toilet paper. Literally, the only thing keeping you stuck was yourself. You could at any time take the blindfold off and break free of this, but you never wanted to. So that's why it all came crumbling down and you were forced to. Wow. So a lot happening here. And they want me to talk about this too. So again, multiple things were holding you back in life. Multiple things weren't good for you. But some of you, whether you knew it or not, were fighting your intuition. You were fighting your guidance that you should stop doing this. You should stop living this way. You were just in constant conflict and not wanting to make the change and not wanting to accept things for how they were. So they just imploded finally. And after they imploded, you might have felt really depressed. You might have felt really manipulated, like I said, by society or the system or just life. Or you felt like for the first time, the blindfold was off and you could see your part in things. You could see like, wow, I'm so sad and this makes me sad and I keep doing it. Or wow, this relationship makes me feel horrible and I keep doing it. Or wow, I thought I was getting ahead by doing something deceitful to others, but I feel like shit. And like, this isn't any way that I should be living. I know I'm capable of so much more. All these thoughts came up only when you were pushed to the breaking point. And then they want these two cards together, the Death and the Tower. So significant major arcana cards in the deck, and to have them together is just like, I actually have chills right now. So death, with every death there's a new beginning, which is what we saw in the beginning, the new start. And I feel like this is exactly what happened to you, and I'm feeling very emotional right now. You literally died and were born again into a better version of yourself, who you were meant to be for many years. But the only one that stopped you from getting there sooner was yourself, though. And I feel like you realize this. And that, like I said, the tower, like I was seeing in the beginning, everything crumbling down. This is exactly the tower. It's like it could be like your marriage fell apart, you lost your job, you got ill, you had to move, like multiple things, just train wreck, just boom, everything happening. And it was horrible and it was overwhelming and it just threw you through it. But it honestly transformed you. And like I said, don't ever think that they just want me to keep repeating this. Don't ever think that you have to hold on to those things you were doing back then that made you feel so bad. Whatever it was, whether you were gambling or smoking or not wanting to work or not wanting to exercise or not wanting to be the best version of yourself, laziness, negative self-doubt, all these things, don't even associate them with you anymore because they're not. Those are what were in your past. It's no longer a part of you, as we can see by this spread. So now we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Wands. So wealth, financial stability, security, emotional stability, action, power, drive, Seven of Cups, many options coming in. One of Cups, emotional offers, many. So they just want me to focus on this card here. So at the bottom, we have these lotus flowers, and I remember reading about them a long time ago, and lotus flowers grow in like the swampiest, muddiest, stinkiest water, and then these beautiful flowers come out and bloom, and that's essentially how you probably are feeling. Like you are coming from nothing, you're coming from a horrible time, a bad environment for some of you, a toxic environment, but you're making something beautiful out of it. And offers are coming literally from the clouds. It's like every time you think that you should give up or you don't know or you're worried or you want to like slip back into some kind of way of being, an offer comes up to stop you. And you just keep grabbing these offers and moving ahead with the Chariot. There's fast forward movement ahead. There's love for some of you, but whenever I touch this card, I just heard friends and family too. So it could be love, or it literally could be friends and family that have helped you through this. You have a stronger bond. There's many offers. There's many people involved around you. Someone could be younger that extends some kind of offer to you or helped you in some kind of way, because we have the Page of Cups. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. You might feel like you have to hold on to whatever you have right now because you just have one pentacle, you don't have much, but you just keep getting on your horse every morning. You keep going, you keep getting out there, you keep persevering, you're not giving up. And the universe is saying you're gonna move forward, but you need to have temperance with yourself. You need to have patience. You need to keep going. You need to take every little thing that you can, and all those little things are going to trickle into bigger things, and it's all going to add up to more. And then eventually you'll be in your Nine of Cups, where it's like you have everything, you're settled, you're emotionally stable, you have a lot to offer, and you know your worth, and you're standing your ground, and life is a lot more positive. So this reading is looking really positive. I picked up this deck and this fell underneath with like movement though, so I'm going to take it. So it says it's up to you. And this is standing out to me of what I was saying before, like everything is up to you. It's up to you if you're going to be successful. It's up to you if you're going to fail. It's up to you if you're going to sabotage yourself, or it's up to you if you're going to move on. And I feel like a lot of you have already recognized that and you're not doing that again. But literally everything is up to you. And let's keep going. Any more messages for Cancer, please? Any more messages for Cancer? And the cards are really active and flipping a lot. Wow. With this one. Any more messages for Cancer? What do you want Cancer to know, please? What do you want Cancer to know? Okay. So under the deck, we have remain positive. So again, I feel this overwhelming, and then under that, we have success. So I feel this overwhelming feeling. Again, I feel a lot of emotion. So this is significant messages, and I just heard when I was shuffling, don't give up, and I always feel really emotional with your reading. So we had no, not the right time, it's up to you. So this is your past energy. So you couldn't recognize what you needed to recognize for some of you until it all came crumbling down. And then you could see everything clearly and say a big fat no to what you were doing and realize that it's up to you and this is not the right thing for you. I know it says not the right time, but I feel like it's not the right situation too. Like it just was not at all what you should have been doing. So you figured it out and and then this is your whole cycle. So you got more information, you meditated to get more answers, you could have worked with someone. There could have been a lot of turmoil and stress because it was a high stress situation and change, but there'll be a peaceful resolution and that'll give you and other people involved a chance to recover, which will lead to success. You have to trust that things are going to get better. You have to remain positive, and you have no idea the opportunities that's coming. The gold is really standing out here. So a lot of financial opportunities, I feel. And it says in the near future. So basically it's all working out as it should. Things are going to go better than anticipated. You just can never give up. You have to recover. You have to find peace and then move forward to your dreams and achieve those dreams. But definitely better things are to come, Cancer, and I'm very happy for you because I feel like a lot of you have really done the work and you're really deserving of it. So see you in your next reading. Love and light.